Hi everyone, welcome to Lionheart Yoga. I'm Nadra and today is the yoga stretch video, which is day 1 of the yoga mini series for the complete beginner. Go ahead and grab your mat and we'll get started. So we're just going to start by coming into a nice comfortable cross-legged seat on your mat, and any way that's going to be comfortable that you can get into. If you prefer to sit with your legs extended out in front of you, that's totally fine. We just want to be able to relax in our seat, and we want to be able to lengthen through the spine. So we're just going to take a moment to close the eyes, lift the heart, and turn the focus inward. So whenever you start your yoga practice, you want to try to let go of anything prior to sitting on your mat, anything that you might be holding on to mentally or physically. We just want to allow that to release from our bodies. So let's just take a nice big inhale. Exhale, try to let go. Breathe, just connect to your breath. Good. And then let's take another big inhale. This time, as you exhale, you're going to bring your chin down towards your chest, relax your shoulders away from your ears, continue to lift through the heart space, and then very slowly begin to rotate the head around, making a nice big circle as we begin to stretch the muscles of our neck. Let's make 2 circles in each direction. And just notice if you have any extra tension anywhere in your shoulders, in your neck, anywhere you can feel it as you move the head around. And we always want to be mindful. So we never want to jump right into a stretch. We want to gradually, it's a very slow thing so we don't hurt our muscles or tear any muscles, God forbid. All right. And then let's go ahead and begin to roll out the shoulders. So just rotating the shoulders back and down. Again, just allow whatever movement you're doing to connect to that breath. The breath is the essential and primary thing you want to focus on in yoga. All the movements are secondary. Good. And then go ahead and float your arms up out to the sides. We'll spin the palms up. Just take a moment to open up through the heart space. Feel a nice stretch through the chest and the biceps. You might feel it there as well. Good. And then we'll inhale, stretch the arms overhead, bring the palms together, and then exhale, hands to the heart. Good. And then inhale, we'll reverse it. Palms up overhead, exhale, open up those arms, tap your fingers to the mat, and then sweep it up one more time. Inhale the palms together. Good. Exhale, hands back to the heart. And then let's take a few moments to stretch the fingers. So pressing the fingers back with your other hand. Don't forget the thumbs. Good. And then use your thumb of one hand to massage into the palm of the other. So what we try to do here is stimulate blood flow in the hands. So in many poses that we do in yoga, our hands are on the mat. So we want to keep them strong and active and flexible as well. Maybe rubbing the palms together to create some heat. Good. And then let's go ahead and rotate the wrists around a couple of times in each direction. Good. And then shake it out. Shake out all that energy. Good. Maybe a little open fist and extend through the fingers a couple of times. Again, just to create more blood flow and to create a little bit of a stretch. Nice. And then we're going to come onto our sit bones, and we're going to extend the legs straight out in front of us. So if you were sitting with your legs crossed, you might want to just shake out some of the energy and some of the cramping or tightness you might feel in your legs a little bit here. Good. And then if you want, you can bring your hands back just to give you a little bit more support, or if you want to just rest your hands on your thighs, you'll be engaging your belly more in order to sit upright like this. So if that feels good to you, do that. Otherwise, feel free to bring your hands down. And then we're just going to start by pointing and flexing the feet. So here we're getting some movement And stretching through the feet, the ankles. You might feel this a little bit in your calves as well as your shins. Whenever you point, you'll feel it through your shins. Whenever you flex, you'll feel it through your calves. Good. And then let's make some circles as we isolate more through the ankles. Good. And then do bring your hands back behind you just so you can create more stability. We're going to open up the feet just a little bit wider. And then we're going to rock the toes or the feet side to side. So this will move through your whole leg and actually begin to open up your hip joints a little bit. Nice. A few more times. All right. Then we're going to go ahead and bring the feet back together, legs closer together. Go ahead and bend your right knee. Pull it in. Actually, go ahead and pull it in all the way for a moment. Just sit up nice and tall. So feel a nice stretch for the back as you draw those shoulders back. Lift the heart, press it forward. Good. And then relax. Now you can maybe bring your foot up just a little bit. We're going to take a twist here. So if your right knee is bent, you're going to take the left elbow crease. See if you can bring that left elbow crease to the outside of the knee. And then bring your right hand back behind you and twist your shoulders to the wall that's just to your right. And then maybe you bring the gaze back behind you. Now, if this isn't going to work for your elbow, you can also just hold it with your hands. So whichever feels better. But you want to sit up nice and tall. So nice and tall through the spine as you look all the way back behind you. Nice stretch here. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Come back forward with your upper body. And now we're just going to let that knee fall out to the side. If it's accessible for you to bring the bottom of your foot to the inner thigh of the other leg, then that's what you'll do. If your knee is floating up in the air, go ahead and stick a block or a pillow, something underneath it so it's grounded and not just floating in the air. And then this is might be where you need a strap, but if you don't have anything with you right now, you can just grab onto your leg. But if you have a strap, you'll hook it around your foot or a belt or a scarf. Okay. But if you don't have anything, let's extend the arms up to begin. Nice big inhale as we get nice and long through the upper body. And then as you exhale, you're going to lean forward and grab onto whatever you can grab onto, or your strap, or your foot if you're flexible enough to reach it. Good. Good. And then let's keep our gaze on the big toe. So when we look forward, it helps to draw length through our spine, which is what we're trying to do, instead of rounding and looking down. Okay, so we want to try to keep that spine nice and long. You'll really feel this through the back of that left leg. Breathe. Now, if this was a longer video, I would have you hold this pose much longer and just allow your upper body to sink and melt towards that leg. If you have more time, you can pause the video and just hold this pose longer, because it really feels good when you can hold it for a while and just you'll notice your body on its own just sinking deeper and deeper. Good. But for time's sake, we'll go ahead and come back up right now. Lift that knee, extend that leg, and we're going to go ahead and switch sides. So we'll just start by pulling the left knee in, pull it in real close to start, and then use it to sit up nice and tall. Flex that other foot. So press through that heel, roll the shoulders back and down, lift the heart, stretch the upper body, the chest as you do this. Good. Nice big inhale. Exhale all the breath. Nice. And then release, let the foot come forward a little bit, and then let that knee fall out to the left. And again, if you can bring that foot to the inner thigh, you'll do that. Don't forget to ground this knee, tucking something under it if you need to. Grab your strap if you use it on the other side. And then we'll inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold. Good. And again, watch that big toe. Keep your eyes on it. Pull length through the spine, and then just try to let the gravity and the weight of your upper body pull you into this pose. Don't push. Again, we never want to push into a stretch. You just want to allow gravity to help you get there. Just breathe and let go. It's all about letting go. And again, if you held it on the other side and pause the video, do the same on this side. We try to keep ourselves as even as possible. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's go ahead and sit up. Nice. Extend both legs, shake it out. And then we'll go ahead and come forward for a moment, making our way into table. So shoulders above wrists, hips above knees, and we're just gonna arch and round the spine a little bit just to bring some movement and stretch through the spine. So we inhale as we come through cow pose, arching the spine, and then exhale, round the spine, squeeze the belly, press the spine up towards the ceiling in our cat pose. And then you just keep moving, cycling back and forth. Always remembering that you inhale as you arch, and then you exhale as you round. Good. Maybe one more time each in our cat and cow. Good. And then back to neutral. So nice straight, flat spine. And from here, we're going to make our way into puppy or half dog. This is a great stretch for the shoulders and upper back. So you're going to keep your hips above your knees, and then you're just going to slowly walk the hands as far forward as you can while lowering your upper body. And the goal is to try to get your forehead to the mat. But you can also bring it to one of your blocks if you have a block or a pillow, if it doesn't reach. Now, if this is too much pressure on your shoulders or upper back, you can ground your forearms. But if you want to get a deeper stretch, you'll keep the elbows lifted. So just do what feels good for you today. Everybody's different, and we need to honor wherever you're at. It's not about competition or doing what someone else is doing. It's about doing what's right for you in this moment, because each moment is different. Good. Another couple breaths. Nice. And then let's go ahead and walk the hands back in underneath the shoulders. And now we're going to sit up on top of our knees. And we're just going to take a moment to roll the shoulders back and down. So you can make a fist, pressing it into your low back. Roll those shoulders up and back, and then lift the heart. Lean back a little bit, but try to keep your hips moving forward so the hips stay above the knees. Maybe you look up. Maybe you keep the chin tucked if that feels better. Just stretch through the belly and the heart space. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's sit up. And now you're going to take that right foot and you're going to step it forward, and you're going to try to drop those hips, or that left hip, as close to the mat as you can. Try to keep that back knee where it was. So try not to pull it forward. If that means you have to sit up a little bit more like this, then that's fine. As your hip flexors become more open, you'll be able to drop those hips lower. So just feel it out and breathe. And we just sit here. Again, if you want to pause the video to get more of a stretch through the hip flexors on the left side, feel free. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's sit up, come back. We'll bring that knee back and we'll switch sides. So stepping the left foot forward, drop those hips. Good. Nice opening. And again, pause the video if you want to hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Let's go ahead and sit up. Bring that knee back to the mat. We're going to come back into our camel pose, is what we did before. I forgot to tell you what it was called. But again, you're going to bring your fists to your sacrum, roll the shoulders back and down. Inhale, lift the heart, press your hips forward, squeeze your elbows together. This is our camel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Bring it up. Sit back on your heels. And then you can either keep your knees all the way together or you can open them up a little bit. But we're going to round forward, bringing your forehead to the ground or a pillow or a block. And we're going to come into child's pose. So just rest your arms down by your sides, palms face up. And just now let go of everything. Release it out through your forehead to the mat. Any
stale or negative energy that might be left in our bodies, and breathe. Nice big inhale. Exhale everything. And then slowly go ahead and press yourself back up to seated. And thank you so much. You made it through the yoga stretch video. If you're ready to move on to the next one, which is our flow video, go ahead and hit the link in the description underneath this video, and I will see you on the mat. Have a beautiful day.